Hello students, myself Dr. C.R. Chougule, Head Department of English, Gopal Krishna Gokhale College, Kolhapur. This lecture is for the students of BA3 Special English. Name of the paper number 13 is English Poetry for the Semester 6. Let us know the Module 6 selections from Victorian Poetry. Poem number 2, My Last Duchess by Robert Browning. Robert Browning was one of the major Victorian poets. He was born in Camberwell in the suburb of London. His father, a bank clerk, was a learned man with a large library. He took to writing poetry at the age of 5. He followed his father in his pursuit of knowledge, but refused to complete his formal education at the New London University. At a very early stage in life, he came under the influence of Shelley and Keats and wrote Pallone in 1833. Later, under the influence of the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, he wrote Paracelsus in 1835. This was followed by a few dramatic poems, including Sordello in 1840. These poems reveal his intellectual and spiritual development. His poetic genius blossomed in 1842 with his dramatic lyrics in 1845, which shows his realism and optimism and his sense of beauty. These lyrics include My Last Duchess. He tried his hand at writing plays for about 10 years, but with no success. However, the dramatic writing, together with the encouragement from his beloved turned wife Elizabeth Barrett, turned him into one of the greatest writers of dramatic lyrics and monologues. During his stay in Italy, he published Men and Women, Dramatic Personae, and The Ring and the Book. Browning returned to London after the death of his wife. Robert Browning was a great lover of nature and art, and his chief interest lay in the inner working of man's mind. His favorite form of poetry was the dramatic monologue, in which a character speaks out his own thoughts and experience to a silent listener. He was a poet of faith and good cheer, and his poetry carries the stamp of his own personality. He was a portrait painter, essentially of the souls of men and women. He has often been labeled as a difficult poet, but once the difficulty or obscurity of his writing is overcome, his poetry becomes a rich experience. Let us know the poem My Last Duchess. In the poem, the speaker is an Italian nobleman, Duke of Ferrara, speaking to the envoy of a count who has offered his daughter in marriage to the nobleman. He is speaking about the portraits and objects in his picture gallery. He is a widower and stands before the portrait of his last duchess. From what he says to the guest, he emerges as a man of savor and proud nature marked by egotism and aristocratic pride. He treated his wife as his personal property and put down with the cruelty her innocent charm and smile. Although he is in possession of portraits and art objects, he is not a true lover of art, but one who takes pride in mere possession. In the end, it is the last duchess who calls for our sympathy. From its steps we find that the poem is fairly long composition of 56 lines. There are no stanzas, but there are breaks within the lines, and the lines are not of equal length. Of course, there are short and long pauses indicated by the punctuation marks. The language of poetry is suggestive and metaphorical. The poet uses images, metaphors, and symbols, which are comparisons and analogies. In fact, the structure of the poem includes these poetic devices which carry the weight of meaning. The title, My Last Duchess, is itself an image, a word picture drawn by the Duke, not by the poet. Although the Duke is describing the Duchess's portrait, the reader along with the guest watches it and begins to see the unfortunate lady and the arrogant Duke too. The title of the poem and the scene devices in it suggest the theme of the poem. The theme of the poem is concerned with a keen study of the human mind and behavior. On one level, the poem is a terse word picture of the Duke himself as brought out by the poet, and on the other, the poem is an account cum word picture of the lost Duchess as given by the Duke in the presence of the guest. According to a record, the protagonist of the poem is identified as the 5th Duke of Ferrara, an Italian nobleman of the 16th century. It says that this Duke was suspected of having poisoned his first wife 3 years after his marriage. She was 17 when she died. In this poem, the poet is studying the Duke at the moment of his negotiating another proposal of marriage. Within a short span, the main features of the Duke are touched upon by the poet. The Duke's haughtiness, cruelty, interest in the fine arts, and pride are carefully unfolded. Browning doesn't fail to depict him as an artist even in his cruelty. The Duchess stands as a charming, innocent, and generous woman who becomes a victim of her husband's arrogance for no fault of hers. Robert Browning needs to be praised for showing a case of male dominance through the Duke's word and action. The theme is developed with the necessary tools for portrayal and creating the necessary atmosphere. Thanks for listening me carefully and attentively. Thank you.